वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल ज़ाहरा टेक। तो आज इस वीडियो के अंदर आप लोगों के साथ डिस्कस करेंगे हाउ टू मेक मनी पॉडकास्टिंग इन 2023 12 इफेक्टिव वेज। तो आप लोग पॉडकास्टिंग के ज़रिए से कैसे अर्निंग कर सकते हैं, ये हमने आपके साथ डिस्कस करने हैं आज की इस वीडियो के अंदर। वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से पहले अगर आप लोग हमारे चैनल के ऊपर फर्स्ट टाइम आए हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें, बेल नोटिफिकेशन को प्रेस कर दें। स्टार्ट करते हैं आज की वीडियो को। The joy of podcasting is that your podcast can be anything you want it to be: a hobby, a side hustle, or a lucrative business. You may be surprised to find that if you do it right, podcasting can make you some serious dollar. The good news is it's not even that hard to start pivoting your podcast into a business. You have already got the product, so all you have got to do is make it work for you. In this article, we walk you through exactly how to make money from podcasting quickly and effectively. Let's jump right in. Can you really make money podcasting? Absolutely, but let's be clear, we are not suggesting your podcast will be instantly profitable. As with anything, you will have to put in the work to see the results. Monetizing your podcast often goes hand in hand with leveraging your personal or podcasting brand, which will definitely benefit you in the long run anyway. As long as you have got a captive audience of some sort, you will be able to make money from podcasting in one way or another. How do podcasts make money? The most exciting thing about monetization is just how many different ways there are to make money from your podcast. Bear in mind, different money making methods are more viable or effective at different stages of growth. What works for a popular, more established podcast may not be as accessible for a show that is just starting out, and that's okay. Expand your audience to attract advertisers for podcast with a well-established audience, including adverts in your podcast should be a no-brainer. Brands and companies will pay a premium for your listeners. Podcasters with the smaller listenerships need to grow their audience first to attract advertisers. If you put in the work, this will happen organically through effective marketing, branding, and word of mouth. Making money with advertisements and sponsorships during the show. Sponsorships and advertising deals are extremely lucrative and require very little input from you beyond securing the deal, of course. Since these brands and companies are paying you for the exposure, the bigger your audience, the more they will be willing to pay. Anyone who listens to podcasts will be familiar with the classic tagline brought to you by XYZ. That's all sponsorship. There are a number of podcasting ad agencies that help podcasters connect with advertisers. They handle all the logistics and administration for a fee. If you are a smaller podcast within a specific space, you could reach out to niche companies that target your kind of audience. You may just find a great partnership waiting for you. When should I start thinking about monetizing my podcast? This is down to you. You may start out casually with no immediate inspiration to make money out of your podcast, or you may begin podcasting with monetization as a major priority. It also depends on what you mean by making money from your podcast. Are you simply aiming for a few extra dollars on the side, or do you want to make up a substantial portion of your income? This question will determine when and how you think about making money from your podcast. At the end of the day, it does not really matter when you start. Although, as we mentioned, depending on where your podcast is in terms of growth, different opportunities will be open to you. 12 ways to make money from a podcast. Number one, ask for donations. As the saying goes, if you don't ask, you won't get. Asking for donations from your listeners is perhaps the easiest and simplest way to make money from your podcast. Dedicated and supportive listeners can donate to support your podcast through platforms such as Patreon or PayPal. Number two, offer paid membership tiers. If you have got a captive and keen fan base, creating paid membership tiers is a surefire way to make money from your podcast. This is a great option for monetization because your listeners feel they are getting exclusive and intimate access to special content, so it's of mutual benefit. Plus, for podcasters who like their independence from brand partnerships, a membership scheme is a good way of conserving this while still earning money from your show. Or alternatively, if you have already got that lucrative and deal under your belt, you could offer an ad-free option to your paying members where there is a way. तो ये थी आज की वीडियो जिसके अंदर हमने बात की कि आप लोग किस तरह से अर्निंग कर सकते हैं पॉडकास्टिंग के ज़रिए से। तो अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो वीडियो को लाइक कर दें। आप लोगों से मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो के अंदर। हमें इजाज़त दीजिए, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा, टेक केयर।